Hey, what's up, Jesus Freak Hideout? This is Jeff Gilbert, drummer of Kutless, and I'm here to answer some questions from some fans that have asked us, about our new record, Believer, and what it's all about and what Kutless is all about. So, this first question is from Austin No. It says, "Who has been your favorite artist to tour with?" And honestly, there's been so many incredible bands that we've toured with. I'm just so blessed to be able to be a part of so many people's bands and tours and lives and everything that we've been doing lately. But I have to say the first couple bands that come to my mind are Casting Crowns. We did a tour with them a couple years ago, and they are such incredible people, and they put on such an incredible show, write amazing songs, and they're just inspirational to be around. I'm also real close with the guys in the Newsboys. Duncan is one of my best friends, and so we always have a blast going on the road together. It's like family out there. And last year with Winter Jam was unbelievable. There's 10 bands in all out there, and got real close with the guys in Red. Got real close with the guys in New Song. KJ52 Newsboys were on that tour, and so many other bands that I just really love and admire. The next question is from Nathan Laricia. And it says, do you guys rather be in a rock band consisting of Christians or be labeled as a Christian band? That's a super good question. And honestly, in my personal opinion, I think if you're going to be labeled a Christian band, to me, there's no other kind of Christian music but worship music and music that glorifies God and talks about, just a personal relationship with Jesus. So, since that's what Kutless is all about, if you want to put us in a category, if you're trying to tell people, this is what this band's about, then yeah. But I also think that, stylistically it doesn't really matter. So whether you be hip-hop, whether you be rock, whether you be inspirational, whatever it might be, that's totally up to you. But, Christian music is interesting because it's the only genre that is categorized by lyrical content. You don't see, any other kind of music that's categorized by lyrical content except Christian music. And so, yeah, we're a rock band, but we're Christian guys. And so if you want to call us a Christian band, so be it. That's cool. Here's a question from Adam Kava, or Kava. I'm sorry, I don't know if I pronounced it right. But it says, what tour or tour experience has affected or changed you dramatically as people and as a band, and why? Honestly, I would have to say maybe it's because it's the closest to my memory right now, but Winter Jam of 2011, we did a lot of shows with Winter Jam. January through May was one portion, and then the next portion was November, December. And it was an unbelievable experience. And, God did some incredible things out there by using our songs to help people out and to touch people. And really, there's so many stories about how God has used those songs to affect people that it just affected us so much. And that was a huge year of growth for us. We've been through a lot as a band and been through a lot as individuals. And to think back on any one tour that's really meant a lot to us, I would say Winter Jam would be that tour for sure. And here's a question from Jeffrey Hill. It says, in the past you've been known as a rock band and a band that focuses on worship. Which direction will the Believer album be heading? And, honestly, if you're just going to put those two elements together, that's what this record's all about. We've been trying to grow consistently as a band for 10 years now, and every time we make a record, it has a new vibe, it's got a new layout, it's got some growth in it, hopefully. That's what we go for. And so with this album, there's a lot of worshipful moments. The entire record is really, the main focus is about being a believer in Jesus Christ. So all 13 songs really have an element of what it is to be a Christian and what it is to be in love with Jesus and to be sold out for Jesus. And so there's definitely some rock moments in the record. It's not just heavy rock from front to back, but there are some definite moments I think you're really going to dig if you're into rock. And one more question to finish this up. This is from Kyle Umberger. And Kyle asked, I've always loved how you guys change your sound each album, with the current version of the band being the same for over 4 years, actually 5 years now. What does the songwriting process look like, and how has it changed since the early years of Kutless? That's a good question, Kyle. Honestly, this last record, I guess I'll just base it off this one, is we had about 40 demos going into the recording process of this record. And so we all have been writing consistently for quite a while now. Nick, who would be considered our most recent addition to the band, which is 5 years now, so he's been in the band for half of its time, has definitely put a gigantic amount of work into the writing side of Kutless. And his first record being To Know That You're Alive, you probably have noticed, a significant change in style and guitar playing and things like that. And I think Nick brought that. I think James also brings a very consistent style to the guitar riffs that are written in the music. But really, we've been digging deeper in the melodic side of things in music, and how we can grow, whether it's melodics, cadences, and melodies, in rhythms, and dynamics, in the whole side of songwriting particularly. We've just really tried to grow a lot, and I guess as time goes on, we find new styles that we really appreciate, new bands that we really appreciate, that we get inspiration from. And so it's changed significantly. I think the first record was really primarily based on some songs that John, Micah, and James had written prior to being in Kutless, and they brought those things to the band when the band cut the first record. And now, 10 years later, we're consistently writing, and so when you're writing all the time, I think you grow a lot, for one, and for two, you have a lot more to provide when you go into a new record. And so it's really cool when you can bring together a full concept for a record and really write around that concept. And sometimes the Lord will bring that for you, where you write and write and write, and then all of a sudden you recognize that all these things share a common bond. And with this record, it's about being a believer. So I want to thank Jesusfreakhideout.com so much for being a part of this, and for helping us connect with the fans, and for getting our music out there. We love you guys, and we hope you have an awesome day. God bless.